Here are the 5 books that will help you understand India better. Number 1. A Passage to India by E.M. Forster. A Passage to India is a novel by E.M. Forster published in 1924. It is set in British colonial India during the early 20th century and tells the story of the relationships between British and Indian characters. The novel follows Dr. Aziz, an Indian Muslim doctor who is invited to visit the fictional city of Chandrapur by an English acquaintance named Mr. Fielding. During a trip to the Marabar caves, Aziz is accused of assaulting a visiting English woman named Adela Quested. The accusation leads to a trial, which creates tension and conflict between the British and Indian communities. The novel explores themes of cultural misunderstanding, racial tension, and imperialism, as well as the limitations of human connection and communication. It also examines the role of language in shaping relationships and perceptions of others. Through its portrayal of characters from both the British and Indian communities, A Passage to India critiques the cultural and social divides that existed during the colonial period. It also highlights the complexities and challenges of trying to understand and connect with people from different cultures and backgrounds. Number 2. The White Tiger by Aravind Adiga. The White Tiger is a novel by Aravind Adiga, published in 2008. It is a first-person narrative told from the perspective of Balaram Halwai, a poor driver from a small village in rural India who rises to become a successful entrepreneur in Bangalore, the country's tech capital. Balram recounts his life story in a letter to the Chinese premier, whom he hopes will understand the plight of the Indian underclass. Balram's journey begins when he is hired as a driver for a wealthy landlord, known as the Stock, in Delhi. Through his interactions with the Stock and his family, Balaram becomes aware of the corruption and exploitation that exists in the upper classes of Indian society. Determined to escape his lowly position, Balaram takes advantage of a series of opportunities and schemes to eventually start his own business, even as he is forced to commit crimes to achieve his goals. Along the way, he becomes disillusioned with the corruption and immorality of those in power, and comes to see himself as a white tiger, a rare and powerful creature that is born only once in a generation. Through Balaram's story, the White Tiger explores themes of social and economic inequality, corruption, and the tension between tradition and modernity in India. It is a satirical and critical commentary on India's rapid economic growth and the cost of that growth to the country's underclass, told through the perspective of a complex and morally ambiguous narrator. Number 3. The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. The God of Small Things is a novel by Arundhati Roy, published in 1997. It is set in the southern Indian state of Kerala and tells the story of the twin siblings, Esther and Rahel, and their family. The novel is structured non-linearly, moving back and forth in time to tell the story of the twins' childhood in the late 1960s and early 1970s, as well as their adult lives in the 1990s. The central event of the novel is the tragic death of a family member, which occurred when the twins were children. Through the story of the twins and their family, the novel explores themes of love, loss, social discrimination, and cultural conflict. The family is caught between the traditions of their Indian culture and the influence of British colonialism, and they struggle to navigate the complex and often oppressive social hierarchies that exist in their society. The God of Small Things is a richly descriptive novel that captures the sights, sounds, and smells of Kerala, and it features a cast of complex and memorable characters. It also employs a unique narrative style that blends poetry, metaphor, and stream of consciousness to create a powerful and emotionally resonant story of a family and a society in transition. Number 4. Shantaram by Gregory David Roberts. Shantaram is a novel by Gregory David Roberts, published in 2003. It is a semi-autobiographical account of the author's life in Mumbai, formerly known as Bombay, India, in the 1980s and 1990s. The novel follows the story of Lynn, a convicted Australian bank robber who escapes from prison and flees to India. In Mumbai, he becomes immersed in the city's vibrant and chaotic underworld, where he befriends a diverse cast of characters, including a local guide named Prabhakar, a drug lord named Hadar Khan, and a beautiful Swiss-American woman named Kala. As Lynn becomes more involved in the criminal world of Mumbai, he is forced to confront his own moral values and struggle with the choices he has made. The novel explores themes of redemption, friendship, love, and the search for identity in a foreign land. Throughout the novel, Roberts weaves in elements of Indian culture and history, including Hinduism, the caste system, and the political tensions between India and Pakistan. He also offers a vivid and detailed portrait of life in Mumbai, from the bustling streets to the squalid slums. Shantaram is a sprawling and epic novel that offers a captivating and immersive portrayal of life in Mumbai. It is a story of one man's journey to find meaning and purpose in his life, set against the backdrop of a city and a culture that is both fascinating and complex. Number 5. Midnight's Children by Salman Rushdie. Midnight's Children is a novel by Salman Rushdie, published in 1981. It is set in India and tells the story of Saleem Sinai, a man born at the exact moment of India's independence from British colonial rule on August 15, 1947. The novel follows Saleem's life from his birth to adulthood, tracing his family history and the events that shaped India's history in the decades following independence. Saleem and the other children born at midnight on that fateful day are endowed with magical powers, which they use to navigate the complex and tumultuous world around them. Through the story of Saleem and the other Midnight's Children, Rushdie explores themes of identity, history, and the clash between East and West. He also examines the political and social changes that transformed India in the decades following independence, including the rise of Indira Gandhi and the emergency period. The novel is characterized by Rushdie's distinctive and inventive writing style, which blends elements of magical realism, political satire, and historical fiction. Midnight's Children is a sprawling and ambitious novel that offers a rich and complex portrait of India's past, present, and future, and a meditation on the power of storytelling to shape our understanding of the world around us. It won the Booker Prize in 1981 and has since become a seminal work of Indian literature,